Hey guys, Guy Jeans here from Kern River Fly Shop, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about fly fishing for carp and show you actually guys some of the flies that we use. You know, one of the misconceptions about fly fishing is that we're always fly fishing on the surface, and we're actually fishing below the surface as well. And carp, they like to eat on the surface as well, which I was actually catching carp on the surface this morning when they're clooping, when they have their mouths out of the water and they're going like this, and it's a lot of fun if you can get them to eat on the surface. But when they're not eating on the surface, they'll have their heads down, mudding and looking for food. And so a lot of the flies that we tie, actually we tie them with the hook shank up. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is a fly called the Carp Palacio. It's developed here on Lake Isabella. Works fantastic. You can see that little red worm thing sticking up in the back. They love that color red. The fly itself sinks below the surface, lands on the bottom, and then that little red tail sits up in the mud like that a little bit, and they come over and they'll suck that thing in. But we also use crayfish style flies. Well, here's a crayfish style fly, again with the hook shank up. Here's another crayfish style fly that you guys can check out. Called the Carp Craw. And then this is a really fun fly to use called the Carp Coachmen. Works really, really well. But you can also use a dry fly, one that floats on the surface, and then right below the fly on the surface, right from the bend of the hook or from the eye of the hook, you can hang a little red chironomid below that, about 4 or 5 inches. And they'll eat this thing, and that's a lot of fun. That's what I was doing this morning. There's a little tips for you guys for fly fishing for carp. It's a lot of fun, especially when the river's blown out. I guide for them all the time, but I also like to fish for them. I'm a carpaholic, I must admit. But you got to go out and try it. It's a lot of fun. Guy Jeans here at the Kern River Fly Shop. Little carp fly fishing knowledge there for you. Talk to you guys soon.